Hey everybody, I'm Michael Ogden, and this is Pro Pulse, your weekly check with the CU Times newsroom. How are y'all doing? Hope you're doing great. We are going to be talking about, what we've been working on, what we're thinking about, what you should maybe be paying attention to. Hey, guess what, everybody? This week we're going back to Mississippi. Let me share my screen. I want to show you some stories that we published. I guess technically late yesterday, well before anybody else got to it. First up, I want to show you this one right here. Our Peter Strosniak had a major development, got a hold of it late yesterday, the Jackson Area Federal Credit Union story that is just bonkers. We've been covering it since June now, but former President and CEO Lee Bridges is now asking a federal judge to pause the NCUA. NCUA's $95 million civil lawsuit against her because she says federal prosecutors have informed her criminal charges are coming. Obviously, that is a significant development in this story. But Bridges argues that continuing the civil case while a criminal prosecution is moving forward would force her to choose between defending herself in the NCUA lawsuit and protecting her Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. So, interesting twist. Now, remember, the NCUA alleges Bridges and her husband diverted at least $95 million from the credit union over a decade or so to fund their extraordinary lifestyle. You remember the purse closet we showed you and all of that kind of stuff. So Peter has been following every single turn of this, and so pay attention to that. In fact, heads up, there's a follow-up coming today from Peter on that. The other story I want to show you in the Pro News tab is this one from Jim Duplessis. He's been working his butt off on a lot of stories lately. This one is particularly interesting um, because Jim was looking at some recent auto and credit card data. Credit unions held about 88 billion in credit card debt at the end of June, up 2.6% from a year ago. Now they've now lagged behind banks in credit card portfolio for 4 consecutive months. And there is a chart down here that we had our art director create. Yeah, there it is, kind of showing you the whole trend here. I love Chris's work here for us. Thank you, Chris. But also Jim's reporting because autos aren't looking much better, people. Jim's analysis of the Federal Reserve and NCUA data shows that credit union new and used auto loan balances were actually down slightly from a year ago. So what this is all showing, I'll stop sharing my screen, is that while other lenders continue to grow, again, credit unions are just struggling here, and that's especially interesting because we've been watching this loss of auto market share for God a long time. So the question really becomes, when does this turn around, or does it, or are we looking at a real fundamental shift in where consumers are financing their vehicles? So Jim is going to be watching those numbers, and I hope you will stay tuned for that. What else do I have? You know what? We're looking at more Q2 numbers and those pieces of data coming in. Um, yeah, second quarter credit union data. Obviously, the changes happening in NCUA. Harper has now been sworn into his new, sorry, not Harper, Kyle Houtman has been sworn into his new job. So we should expect John Cruz to be coming in as chairman any moment now, potentially by the end of the week. We'll keep an eye on that. Always, thanks for reading us and supporting CU Times Pro. And I say it a lot, but I really do appreciate having you all with us. And we, care about this dearly, this industry, and you all very, very much. Especially on areas like, stories like Jackson Area Federal Credit Union. This thing's going to unravel, or sorry, I don't know about unravel, but it's going to reveal itself. A lot more data to or information to come on that story. I'm looking forward to that. Hey, finally, uh, I want to say thank you for something that has been in my life for a very long time, and I recently had to say goodbye to. It's this. My old blue Yeti microphone. It finally died on me. And it's been replaced by this microphone, a Shure, what is it, MV7? But listen, this mic has been through it with me. I loved it. I appreciate it. You've been through a lot. Thank you so much. I'll miss you. RIP, the Blue Yeti microphone. Okay, that's enough of that silliness. I've got to get going. Peter's probably going to have another court story for me as soon as I get off of this. But you know what? Again, good seeing you all. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all again next week. Until then, take care of each other.